Welcome back to Locke Loses at Pokémon. Today we're going to be looking at another theme deck, this time the basic green theme deck, one of the three theme decks that everybody gets to start with. The primary attacker of this deck is a 4-3-2 of the Snivy evolutionary line ending in Superior. Superior has two pretty good attacks. The first double slash flips 2 coins and does 50 damage times the number of heads. And the attack you're probably going to want to use the most, Mega Drain, for a total of 3 energy, does 70 damage, but you get to heal 30 from him, which is pretty good in the theme deck format. At 4, 3, and 2, it's definitely one of the more efficient evolutionary lines that you'll see in the format. Plus, this deck comes with 2 Rescue Scarfs. Rescue Scarf is an item you can attach to a Pokemon, and when it gets knocked out, put him back into your hand. Generally not a particularly good card, but it allows us to get back one of our 2 Superiors and possibly come back into the game with another Superior, given that we have 4 Snivys and 3 Servines. Servine himself isn't particularly bad either, only 80 hit points, but his 1 energy attack does 20 damage, which isn't bad, and double slash shouldn't be underestimated either. That can do anywhere between 0, 40, or 80 damage. In addition to that evolutionary line, we also have another Stage 2 evolutionary line in this deck. This time, the line that you'll see a lot more of in theme decks, a 3-2-1 line of Wurmple, Silicune, and Beautifly. Beautifly has 2 attacks. The first one's not particularly great in this deck. It allows you to search for 3 basic energy and attach them to your Pokemon any way you like, but they have to be different types of basic energy. So when you use the attack, you're basically just going to be able to get 1 grass energy from your deck and put it on one of your Pokemon. But Drain Pour is pretty good. It does 40 damage, and you get to heal 40 damage from each of your benched Pokemon. Damage on benched Pokemon is definitely a thing in theme deck format, and this will help you stay in the game. Silicune doesn't have a whole lot going on for it, but Harden will allow you to take 60 damage less during your opponent's next attack, which is not insignificant, especially given that unlike other abilities of this type, you don't have to flip a coin for it. You automatically get it. And even Wurmple's not terrible, 60 hit points, and you get to flip a coin to possibly put the defending Pokemon to sleep. Not great, but there's definitely a lot worse out there. There's also a 3-1 evolutionary line of Yanma, who is not bad, 70 hit points, and his Whirlwind attack does 20 damage and forces your opponent to switch out his active Pokemon with one of the ones on his bench. But then there's Yanmega that does 70 damage for 3 energy, which is good in the format. And its agility attack will do 30, but you get to flip a coin, and if heads, prevent the effects of all attacks done to him next turn. We have a 3-2 evolutionary line of Watchog. Patrat is actually pretty good. He only has 50 hit points, but for 1 colorless energy, you get to draw a card. Nice and easy, and card draw is definitely necessary in this format. Its slam attack isn't particularly great. You flip 2 coins and does 20 damage times the number of heads. You'll see a lot of that going on in this deck. But Watchog is good. 90 hit points. For 1 colorless energy, you get to do 20 damage and put the opponent to sleep. Or, if you want to use him as a minor sweeper, Psych Up does 30 damage. Then every time after that, it'll do 60 damage. Not great, but definitely not bad. Finally, we have 2 copies of Bouffalant in this deck. Bouffalant is an okay Pokemon. It has 100 hit points, so it's nice and beefy, and all incoming damage is reduced by 20. So it's going to be able to stay in the game a lot better than other Pokemon will, but its primary attack is only going to do 60 damage for 3 energy because there are no EX Pokemon in theme deck format, so the Goldbreaker ability, secondary ability, does not yet to go off. You only get to do 60, but definitely not bad. It does have a fighting weakness, which isn't great given the prevalence of Dark Hammer in the format, but you can't have everything. The good news is that although there's no Pokemon in here that's absolutely outstanding, there's none that are absolutely useless either. So you have a pretty good above average deck, and probably one of the best ones of the three you get to start with, if not the best. Trainer-wise, we look pretty good. We have 2 copies of Bicycle that let us draw until we have 4 cards in our hand. 2 level balls, which will allow us to search our deck for any Pokemon 60 hit points or less, so we can use it to get anything except our Stage 3 evolutions, which is very nice, or Buffalont, which we weren't going to be looking for anyway. 2 random receivers, which in this deck basically says reveal cards until you get Colress. We have 2 copies of Colress in this deck. The 2 copies of Rescue Scarf I showed you before. Or Bianca. I forgot we had Bianca in this deck as well. She's our other supporter. Well, lets us draw cards till we have 6 cards in hand. So between Bicycle, Colress, and Bianca, this deck does have draw ability. We have 2 copies of Town Map, which allow us to turn our prize cards face up so that when we knock out a Pokemon, we get to choose the card that's most beneficial to us. 2 copies of Switch to move Pokemon back and forth. And energy-wise, we have 16 basic grass energy and 2 double colorless, which is nice. Not a whole lot of decks in the theme deck format have double colorless energy. So this is basic green. Let's go check it out for a spin. Alright, we're up against Mental Might. Alright, looks like we have to go first. Alright. We have the potential to start hitting hard early with Yanmega. So we're going to start off with Yanma. And then Patrat on the bench. Alright, he starts off with a Ralts and a Miltank. That's not great. We need to go fast. Alright, Town Map. Let's see what we're dealing with. Okay, that could be worse. We have one of our 2 double colorless and one of our 2 Biancas over there, but we might be able to get that. That's not a problem. We'll end our turn. I could have bicycled this turn to draw a card, basically to trade it for a new card, but I can get more cards next turn. Alright, roller skates. And as always, my opponent gets heads. Alright, I'm paralyzed, but I'm not going to stay paralyzed. Alright, put another Yanma down. Evolve Yanmega. Another energy on him. Bicycle. Draw 3 cards. Snivy down. And do 30 damage to Ralts. And try and get heads. Okay, good. I can't be paralyzed next turn. So he needs to evolve into Kirilla now, or Ralts is down. Alright, he's going to retreat his Ralts. I'm going to Swoobat. He does go ahead and evolve into Kirilla. Alright, he tried to energy gift, but it didn't work out for him. Okay, this looks great. Let's go ahead and start and put our energy on him. Colress for 6. Alright, nothing we can do with that hand, so let's do 30 damage and make a flip. Alright, we prevent damage next turn. Which means he's probably just going to try Energy Gift again. That's not a problem. Whatever allows us to keep our Yanmega attacking. Alright, now he gets tails. That's starting to look like my luck now, ironically. Alright, Wormpole. Bianca doesn't help all that much. Might as well go ahead and get ready for our Silicone tank while we start looking for Serperior. Alright, let's knock out Swoobat. What is the play here? Watchog is a possibility, but I think I like Double Colorless Energy. Alright, looks like he's going to sacrifice a Skitty. While he's waiting to get Galad so that his powerful friend's Miltank will be active. Oh, Delcatty. Alright, looks like he's maybe going to tutor for some energy. Alright. Alright, Servine, nice. And Silicone. Put double color this on Servine. Let's play Bianca and draw 3 cards. I think I will put a Rescue Scarf on my Yanmega so that I can have Yanmega back, because I already have a Yanma. And Level Ball. What do I get with Level Ball? Least bad play is to get another Snivy. Alright, he can't damage me next turn, so let's go ahead and use Cutting Wind, just in case. Well, I guess he could potentially damage me next turn. Oh yeah, he could do a lot of damage to me. I should have done Agility. He could potentially retreat Delcatty, get Galad, and then hit me with Miltank for 80. But he's not going to do that. He's still looking for Galad. Alright, energy up Servine. Our random receiver. What do we get? We got Colress, which is good. We're going to Colress for 9. Neuro Serperior, however, in a frick ton of energy. That was about the worst Colress we could have gotten. Oh well. Let's knock out Delcatty. Alright, Agility doesn't work out for us. And what do we like? Bianca's useless, that energy's useless, Buffalont is useless. So it's either Watchog or a Level Ball. There's not really good to get with a Level Ball, so let's take the Watchog. Alright, he's going to try to paralyze me, and he's going to succeed. Alright, I finally got Serperior, but I no longer have my switch, because I used Colress, so yuck. Alright, there's Serperior. I cannot retreat my Yanmega. So I have nothing to do but end my turn. Now, one of the great things about Yanmega is he retreats for free, assuming I don't get paralyzed again. Ugh, I got paralyzed again. Lame. Alright, yet another energy. Welcome to theme deck mode. Okay, what is My best course of action now. I'm probably going to lose my Yanmega at this point to a Paralysis Lock, so let's start building up my Yanma. And my turn. Eight cards in hand, I can't really do anything with any of it. If he gets Galad down, then... Yep. 3 heads in a row. Paralysis Lock continues. This is insane. Continue building up Yanma and pass the turn. Nah, he's just going to knock out my Yanma at this point. Omega. Makes sense. He doesn't have his Galad yet, which is good. Okay. I can either begin with Superior, or I can come back with Yanmega. I think Yanmega is the best way to go right now. I have plenty of energy. Should I play Bofalant? Come on, heads. Alright. I'm not getting paralyzed next turn. Of course, if he retreats and finally has Galad, then I am in trouble. Ugh. Wait, what? That should have been prevented. I don't know why he flipped. Oh well. There's Servine. Superior already has enough energy. I guess we can turn Watchog into a sweeper now. Come on, heads. Okay. He can't paralyze me next turn. Alright, it does not look like he got his Galad yet. Okay. I didn't draw anything useful. I think we start building up Servine at this point. Let's knock out Furfrou. And I only have 16 cards left in my deck. Nothing here is particularly useful to me. Let's take the energy. Does he have Galad? Oh no, he's just going to hammer in for 60. Seems good. I think my play here is to retreat Yanmega, bring up Superior. Continue to energy up Servine. And... I could get greedy, try to knock out Miltank in one shot, but that's only a 1 in 4 chance. My luck's not that good, so let's do the sure thing and Mega Drain. I'll take 60 damage next turn, but I can heal 30 of it, so I'm not terribly concerned. Alright, he still has not found his Galad. That's good for us. Knock out that Miltank. Heal up. What does that do? Oh, draws a whole bunch of cards. Okay, so he's given up on evolving this Galad, but he's going to lose a lot of energy when I finish off this Kirilla. I'll just go ahead and drop the Buffalo. There's really no good play here as far as Pokemon are concerned, but let me continue my Mega Drain sweeping. Heal Superior to full. Take the Level Ball. And I think at this point the game is ours. And find himself 2 Psychic Energy. Oh, but he could paralyze Lock me again. But eventually I will draw into my switch, so... Oh, he found his Galad. Turned too late for him, unfortunately. Ooh, Escape Rope. Okay. That's not a problem for me. I'll bring up my Yanmega that retreats for free. Yep. He knew the game was over. But, yep, that is Basic Green. Thank you for watching. I will see you next time.